let's jump into it. Fall camp is here, and we are underway. Started on Tuesday. They had a report. Wednesday, they actually started practice. They had an off day yesterday because of the camp, but they've back at it today. Right now, actually, the photo that's behind me is from the FSU football account. Tweeted that this morning. Really, really good look at the practice field. Beautiful Doak Campbell Stadium sitting there behind it, and we're less than 4 weeks away. But Richie, what are your quick takeaways? We don't have to spend all morning on practice, but what are your quick takeaways with fall camp so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's about what we expected, right? They haven't been in full pads yet, so it's really hard to take much away from it right now. But, it definitely sounds like there's some flashes and, unfortunately, some inconsistency issues, especially on the offensive side right now. I do like what I'm hearing from Jordan Travis, the throws he's making, the confidence he's kind of showing out there. His receivers aren't helping him out a whole lot, but it does sound like there's definitely some flashes, right? Johnny Wilson made a phenomenal grab. Malik McLean, that sounds like he might be our wide receiver one. Micah Pittman, we're excited about him, obviously. See what Deuce Spann can do. Winston Wright is out there, not overly active, but the fact that he's out there for the start of camp alone is awesome. And I'm getting really excited about this defense. The more I hear about them, the more I look into it. Being the third year in this program with all the veteran leadership they have, I'm really excited about this defense, especially that secondary. AZ Thomas sounded like he had a phenomenal practice this morning. I know you had shared some numbers that I think someone from the Democrat put out. But again, tough to take away a whole lot when they're just, 7-on-7s, 1-on-1s, in shells. But when the pads come on, I think Harlan was telling us Tuesday that the pads come on for good. That's when we get to start separating the men from the boys and see who's ready for football this year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think that we're going to get into it. I don't want to sneak preview our. Oh man, I love that cup. I can't believe you drink out of that cup. For those listening and not watching, that's the national championship cup from Pasadena. Like I have mine like in bubble wrap and stored away.
I have like 6 of these things. So.
Oh my goodness, no! I can't risk. I actually needed when I took a picture of the Oyster City beer that I had the other day. I pulled out the national championship cup to put it in, and then I immediately dumped that into another cup and put that back. I washed it and put it back up. I'm so protective over those that's BCS stuff. So if you're listening, Richie's drinking the giveaway cup, or not the giveaway, but if you bought a soda out there in Pasadena for the Auburn game. So it just triggered me when I saw that. So yeah, but I don't want to give away our bold predictions for later. But yeah, I'm loving the defense. I got 2 bold predictions on offense and then 1 for defense. I'm sure we'll have those kind of all off season and all of those things. But yeah, I'm very excited for the defense. Sounds like Jared Verse is absolutely living up to the hype, and he also had a really, really good day. Azareye'h Thomas, who I think is going to be our best freshman this year. Really, really good day there. A couple of interceptions. Dropped another pick 6, so got the pass break up there. I mean, we don't dropped interceptions a ton, but that was from Carter Kells of the Democrat. Carter Carroll right? Of the Democrat. I'm sorry,
forced a fumble as well. It sounds like he was doing it all today.
Yeah, really, really nice practice from him. And then, like you said, the offensive line, defense is kind of taking it to him at times. It sounds like you're not super surprised by that. Defenses typically start out a little faster. And so that's why I don't worry so much about the wide receiver stuff. Now, I think if we get to week 3 of camp and we're still hearing that the wide receivers are really struggling, I think that's when you maybe get a little bit more concerned. But yeah, I like what we're hearing out of camp. I like that Jordan has just absolutely taken the reins. I don't know that we necessarily expected anything different there, but Benson having a really nice couple of days so far. But I'm ready for what Harlan said Wednesday when the pads come on and these guys start hitting and we really see what the team has and what's going on there. By the end of this week, there will only be 3 weeks left, right? And so there will only be 2 weeks left of camp and a week of game prep before Duquesne. So it's coming quickly. I'm excited for it. We've got a bunch of fun content over the next couple of weeks that we're going to do. I think we're bringing back the panel next week. And so we'll have a lot of good stuff coming, and we'll kind of keep you updated on camp. Again, really, really early. So don't want to spend half an hour talking about guys running around in shorts and stuff, but there are great videos from the guys covering it. Again, Carter Carroll's from the Democrat. Brendan Sano's doing a good job. Zach Blostein's out there. I saw Brett Nevitt from 247's out there. Ben from Tomahawk Nation. We'll try and give some love and some shout outs to guys that are out there doing a good job. So follow those guys on Twitter, follow those guys on social media, and you'll see some of the highlights that are put out. I also really, really, really love, and not just because we had him on the show, but I love what Jeff Culhane is doing with the guys after each practice. Quick 2-minute interviews, videos, takeaways from guys that maybe had a good day or guys that they just already had kind of set up pre-scheduled to roll with. But I really enjoy that, right? You know, we talked about Jeff's going to be doing some different stuff. So you can follow the FSU football account on Twitter. It's just at FSU football, and see some of those interviews that Jeff's putting out, which are really, really neat. Again, a different kind of lane than what Gene was in, but I'm really liking the interviews there after practice.
Yeah, no, I saw he did the one with Kalen DeLoach. I thought that was phenomenal. I'm really excited for Kalen DeLoach. So shout out to him. And obviously Tatum Bethune. I think, you know, that second level of the defense might be pretty exciting to watch as well. A lot of good stuff going on. I appreciate the shout out, Michael. But yeah, I'm excited. Like we just mentioned, you know, this week when the pads come on, and what I love about Coach Norvell and the media loves this is they let the media come watch pretty much every practice. Now they're going to be locked out of the scrimmages, and they are limited in what they can share. They're not going to come on here and say, "Oh, someone went down with a knee injury or something." But you can get a lot of good insight from like you mentioned, the guys that are out there every day, whether it's Tomahawk Nation 247. But yeah, the Jeff Culhane videos, I love those, and I'm impressed for my man being out there in a button-down shirt and khaki pants and like 100-degree heat index, because when I played golf Friday afternoon, it was brutally hot, and I'm just thinking, man, these guys are in pads playing football in Tallahassee right now, and they're not drinking a beer every other hole. So they have it rough. July in Tallahassee, any freshman who's been there, they've been up there at this time of the year, it can be brutal. So, you know, the key thing so far is, you know, knock on wood, just want an injury-free camp, right? You know, the Bucks got some terrible news with Ryan Jensen going down in shorts, right? And that's the kind of stuff you want to avoid, because I do think this team is ready. You know, they've been in the system. They know what to expect. I think Mike Norvell said it was the most he's ever been able to install on the first day of camp. So again, that continuity year over year, it's why you kind of want to keep the coaches here, at least the ones that are doing their job, because that only pays off year over year. But yeah, excited to see what happens this week when the pads come on.